I have the heart of a champion. Heart of a champion, yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Master of Ceremonies, guest speaker, board chairman and board members, principal, vice principal, other distinguished guests on the platform, teachers, other members of staff, graduates, parents, and other well-wishers, good afternoon. The beautiful thing about learning is that what you have learned over the last 5 years, from you would have begun here in 2019, and some of you would have done less than 5 years. Nonetheless, you are all here today. Whatever you have learned at this institution, no one can take it away from you. You have had your struggles, and of course, you have had your exciting moments. And you have overcome all your struggles and lived through your exciting moments. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have 113 students who would have made it on the list to be here today. And this is one of the greatest numbers we would have had over the years. Graduates, as you transition on to greater things, continue to learn, make the best of whatever opportunities life has to offer. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the graduates as we present to you the transitioning class of Claude Mckay High School 2024. Come on, man, we can do better than that. Clap them better than that.
Pathway 1, 15 students. Pathway 2, 176 students. Pathway 3, 56 students. Parents, Pathway 1, call it grade 1 class, the bright class. Pathway 2, we 176, second stream. And pathway 3, third stream, 65. That's what we got in 2019. From that, only 15 of those students were proficient in English language. 177, they were developing in English language. 54, they were at the beginning stage, 1 below beginning. For mathematics, 9 students were proficient at math at that time. 194 were at the developing stage in mathematics. 43 at the beginning stage and 1 below beginning. Throughout our academic journey, our graduates have demonstrated remarkable adaptability and resilience. I must at this time acknowledge Mrs. Marsha Chin Howell. She was the acting vice principal at that time. And I tell you, God was good. The board presented a proposition that while I am acting as principal, I would be given 2 vice principal. And God just put them in the right place and at the right time. So Mrs. Howell started first, and we were the paper-based person. And then comes the pandemic. Now we need technology. And Mr. Thomas, what is a technology person? Put your hands together for all of us. So we would have to adjust. We did not end school. So great students spent 8 months with us. By the time they reached grade 8, we were given the mandate to be a pilot school for those other schools. I want my students, I want our students to put your hands together for ourselves. We navigated the process by week on, week off. So this week we would see grade 7, next week we see grade 8, the other week we saw grade 9, then grade 10, but grade 11s were always here with us. We were in our mass, we couldn't even identify ourselves, but we were resilient. Our students have adjusted to new ideas, SBA verification, mock examination being conducted by our CSEC supervisor, Pastor Mason and Miss Edwards. They have adjusted to challenges and responsibilities, being online, using Google Classroom, etc. And in doing so, have developed a growth mindset that will serve them in their future endeavors. Now, if you were listening, I would have given you how they started. To date, coming from 15 being proficient in English language, at CSEC to date, we have sent 81 students to CSEC English. Being proficient with only 9 students in mathematics, to date, we have sent 81 students for CSEC mathematics. 77 students of the 147 students who have entered for CXC will be doing 5 to 9 subjects, representing 52.4%. Our City and Guilds, we have sent 101 students for stage 3 and 79 students for mathematics at stage 3. 83 for English at stage 2 and 91 for math at stage 2. We must also take a moment to applaud the collective efforts of our entire school community. Our staff members have gone above and beyond to create a supportive and enriching environment. Parents and guardians have played a crucial role in reinforcing the importance of education at home. Our external stakeholders and past students have provided their resources and opportunities for our students to excel. students from this group who have accomplished an average of 70% and over were taken to a hotel for a day pass where they were feted. I'm asking all our honor roll graduates at this time, please stand. You're going to give them a rousing round of applause. Thank you. We have 2 students who hold first and second places in the National 4-H competition in the persons of Miss Starla Grant and Miss Sandriano Harrison. Please stand for us. We also have 2 sixth formers who have got the First Point USA Soccer Scholarship. Thanks to our teachers, Mrs. Ray and Mr. Beckford, for the effort. And Miss Shamora Brown, Vice Principal of Mount Pleasant Academic, who helped to secure the scholarship. Ladies and gentlemen, a rousing round of applause to these invaluable stakeholders. Last year I told you that we had 21 sponsors who gave our students cash awards. And if you look at the back of your program, it's a lengthy program, so I'm cutting and going through. This year we are proud, our planning committee has secured another 16 sponsors, and these are bursaries, money that our students will be getting. Put your hands together for our past students. For the first time this year, we have had 44 students making the honor roll. 12 are from this group, 9 grade 11 and 3 grade 13. We have 12 students who have already secured passes in level 1 customer service in City and Guilds examination. This represents a significant increase over last year's result. Can my 12 students stand who already have a subject? Please stand for me. Listen to this one. You're told that we are extraordinary at Claude Mckay. For the first time in history, we have introduced 5 CAPE subjects. You hear we talk about 6th form? Put your hands together for Claude Mckay. We operate a traditional 6th form program and a technical 6th form program. What does that mean? The technical 6th form program is where students have 1 to 4 CXCs and they come in, do other hard programs and matriculate to 5 CXCs or more so that they can go out and fit into society. The traditional 6th form is where we would have introduced MOB, Management of Business, Entrepreneurship, Physical Education, Environmental Studies, and Communication Studies. We eagerly anticipate the results of our grade 13 students. Graduates, you have persevered. You were dedicated, and your hard work have paid off. You deserve to celebrate your achievements. Finally, our stories are not just about what we have done, but we will continue to do as an institution and community. Graduates, you have the power to shape your future, to influence your communities, and to make a positive impact on the world. Let us use our education and experience to drive change, to inspire others, and to create a narrative that reflects our values, dreams, and aspirations. Therefore, at Claude Mckay, we continue to rise and shine. Etched in our school song, it says, our path has not been easy. We have gone through many a storm. Quoted from our school song written by Mrs. Glenore Wilson. Therefore, at Claude Mckay, we continue to rise and shine as we showcase our social and academic attributes. 1, we look at value added. You talk about Claude Mckay not doing anything, listen to us. Miss Keshalia Williams, is she here? Stand for me, Miss Keshalia. Last year, she would have received 9 CXCs. And level 1 and 2 in customer service at City and Guilds. So she has gone out with 11 subjects. She came to us passing 4 GSAT subjects. Now, she has been enrolled in law school. Where did I say? Law school. This is a Claude Mckay student. Our student exists the school being able to do examination from three bodies: CSEC, City and Guilds, and NC-TVET. Our past student, past teachers, member of parliament, external stakeholders at our school gate, and our suppliers have invested in the various scholarship offerings. All students at Claude Mckay know something about technology. Listen to them. We do EDPM. We do digital animation. We do IT for office skills. We do information technology. And we do data operation. Put your hands together for us. Our technical and vocational areas, every single year, boast over 70% in passes. EDPM last year, and I'm cutting short, EDPM 21 of 27, office admin 18 of 20, electrical 37 of 41, building tech wood 28 of 29, metal 14 of 14, technical joint 10 of 15, agricultural science 44 from 46, food and nutrition 4 from 18. Listen to the City and Guilds now. 14 from 18, City and Guilds. Welding 33 out of 33. Food preparation, 29 out of 29. Housekeeping, 10 from 10. Electrical installation, 42 from 42. Put your hands together for Claude Mckay. Industrial technique, physical education, and the performing arts department all boast over 80% passes. 13 subjects get over 50% passes in CSEC last year. Our staff members are resilient. They cater to the well-being of our charges. We can boast that from NEI. Every time, if a blanket them come with, if it's NEI they come with, every time they come, they give the curriculum team the thumbs up, because our curriculum is always changing to meet the needs of our children. Graduates, you are like a precious seed. It's not about what the seed is, but it's about what it becomes. So today, as you move into your young adulthood, we celebrate not only what each of you has become, but also what each of you will become in the future. Jadine Stewart, can you stand? Do you remember who you are? Do you remember who you are, Jadine?
Oh, yes. Great girl. Great young lady.
We will remember who we are because we are the beacons.
We are the beacons.
Lighthouses don't fire cannons to call attention to their shining. They just shine, we shine.
I say to you, everyone in the audience, yes, we are going to see their names in the Hall of Fame. We are going to hear their name. Graduates, just go with God and shine bright like a diamond.
Excellent, Lady White, our vice principal. And I notice that the clouds are hanging low. So I'm going to be very succinct in my conclusion. Of course, we would have done extensive work at Claude Mckay High School to secure the campus in terms of our safety and security, the perimeter walls. And since then, we have noticed a drastic decrease in all major maladaptive behavior practices. Our Dean of Discipline and the staff in general would have been working hard to ensure that we preserve the rich legacy of this noble institution by ensuring that indiscipline doesn't get out of order. And I want to say to our parents, we have a board of management that is committed to hard work. And I want you to put your hands together for them. They came on board. Last year was their first major, academic year. And the level of work that this board would have been done in 1 year is commendable. Put your hands together for that. I mentioned our bursa. We were able to accumulate a good sum of money through our various income generating activities. And these improvements in terms of the infrastructure that you're seeing is as a result of the financial management of the bursary at Claude Mckay High School. Put your hands together for that, ladies and gentlemen. I want to commend our parents, our hard-working parents. We have a network of parents. Our PTA rep, Ms. Mito. A few parents, not many, but we have some parents that we can lift our hats to. They are committed to the task and the vision and mission of Claude Mckay High School. Sports, we continue to be involved in the DaCosta Cup, cricket, under 14, under 16 of these competition, and of course the under 19. We were able to win at least one match at the cricket competition. Put your hands together for that, ladies and gentlemen. We continue to do well at theatre arts, the performing arts, JCDC, and we would have gotten some bronze medals and regional, gold medal as well. Put your hands together for that, ladies and gentlemen. You heard about the achievement in 4-H. Put your hands together for Mrs. Lewis, Miss Lewis and her team. Through the hard work of Mr. Howard Thompson, forgetting my teacher's name. Yes, man. Of course, Mr. Howard Thompson would have made sure that Mr. Blight, they would have worked together to help us secure $500,000 grant from the National Environment and Planning Agency. And we were able to erect a new aquaponic structure for agriculture. That's new technology in agriculture we are doing there. Put your hands together for that one more time, ladies and gentlemen. I pause to acknowledge the support of our Member of Parliament, Mr. Dwight Sibbles. He's always on board. Put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. So our entire academic staff would have been fitted on Teachers' Day to a day pass, well taken care of on a resort area. And we all enjoyed it. I was there and it was a good day. Sponsored by Mr. Dwight Sibbles. He would have also contributed to our sports department through cricket, and also in terms of paying for students to do CSEC and other subjects. Put your hands together for our Member of Parliament. We continue also to enjoy the resources of Mr. Wavell Hines, who would have contributed big to our cricket team. Put your hands together for him, ladies and gentlemen. As a school, I want to salute Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, who continue to ensure that we partner with Lauderdale's Vale Heart Institution in providing certification in a number of subject areas for our trainees. We have certification for drywall and tiling, housekeeping and business administration, and we continue to ensure that our community is highly represented. Graduates, as we close this segment of our graduating exercise, I want to salute you and I want to remind you that you will always be a part of this institution. Thank you. This is your past school. You have now entered the alumni. Welcome. As a past student myself, I am proud to welcome you. And as we would have been receiving several contributions from our past students, we are expecting you to blaze the trail. Ensure you carry on the rich legacy of the noble institution, Claude Mckay High School. Ladies and gentlemen, the principal's report. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of the ceremony.
A new one now begins. Time has come for letting go. The hardest part is when you know all of these years when we were here already. But I'll always remember we have had the time of our lives. And now the pages turn, the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. We have had the time of our lives, and I will register the stories we will write. We have had the time of our lives, and I will not forget the faces left behind. Yeah, you can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the king, hanging on your chest. You can be the world, you can be the war, you can talk to God, go banging on his door. You can put your hands up, you can be the club, you can be your mountain, you can break rocks, you can be a master, no wait for love. Dedicated to something with kindness, standing in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. And the key and the walls of the Hall of Fame. You do a distance, you can run a mile, you can walk straight, you can tell with a smile. You can be a hero, you can get the goal. Breaking all the records, we're moving rolling. Do it for your people, do it for your pride. What you gonna do if you never even try? Do it for your country, do it for your name. Bring it to the top of graduation day. Standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And the key and the walls of the Hall of Fame. See where me I come from. Oh, look for me, no. Look for me, no. Look for me, no. I know me I come from. Oh, look for me, no. Look for me, no. Look for me, no. See where me I come from. Oh, look for me, no. Look for me, no. Look for me, no. I know me I come from. So look for me, no. Look for me, no. Look for me, no. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest color still in my head. My million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, the vision of the one I see. My million dreams, if all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna
Master of ceremony,
Principal,
vice principal,
guest speaker,
specially invited guests,
friends,
family.
fellow graduates,
A pleasant afternoon to you all.
Today, as we gather to celebrate our achievements and bid farewell to this beloved institution, it is natural to reflect on the past. I am reminded of the journey we have embarked upon together. From the very first day we nervously walked through those gates till now, where we stand confidently at the threshold of our future, ready to soar into new heights and aspirations. Our journey through the Claude Mckay High School Our
Our journey through the Claude Mckay High School has been a roller coaster ride, sometimes exhilarating, sometimes hair-raising, and occasionally inducing motion sickness. But through it all, we have experienced transformation. It has been an epic saga filled with challenges, achievements, and a constant quest for knowledge. We entered as young hopefuls, eager and perhaps be anxious about the path ahead. Today, as we emerge as graduates, ready to embark on new adventures, armed with the education and experience that we have gained.
What makes our church journey truly remarkable is the diversity we've embraced. Each of us has brought unique perspectives and talents to the table, creating a rich and dynamic learning environment. As we stepped through the gates of this institution, our fates were interlocked and everyone had their visions and goals along with who they wanted to share it with. Grade 7 was a year in which we were building a solid foundation, gaining a foothold in the school, and forging friends that we thought would be with us for a lifetime. However, high school is about growth and maturity, and we eventually separated and found the ones that were loyal and true to us. In the absence of our teachers and still being the children we were at primary school, we would venture onto the corridors to play. Once we heard, "Mr. Tia come, Mr. Tia come," we would all run inside pretending to be doing something constructive. Mr. T was a very stern teacher, very strict, and it was scary to run into him. Radam!
COVID-19 infiltrated us at the second term of grade 7 and lasted about to the first term of grade 9. We had to stay home for that duration of time. But our land experience were fun. From playing free fire with each other to texting each other about being tired or making fun of how we can understand the different concepts. The teachers ensured we understood what needed to be done and tried to accommodate everyone. It was a hard and trying period of time, but we made it. On entering grade 9, we met our integrated science teacher, Mr. Clark, who ensured we got a pinch on the arm whenever we misbehaved or when we didn't understand what was happening in the class. However, our fun days came on rainy days, when we skated on the flooded blocks or when we just ran free with our ties plugging in the breeze. Those days were fun. I would say high school can be fun. Our grade 9 block was always flooded out, and it was so dark that we constantly quarreled about being on the block and wanted the year to finish so we could move into grade 10. We were not just interested in academic pursuits, but we paid keen attention to national and international issues. Once we had an heated argument and debate the pros and cons of the JLP and PNP parties. One side opposing and one side proposing the moat. We erupted in laughter at how capable we were at impersonating our national leaders and how able we were to articulate the issues clearly. Issues at times would make adults quarrel, but as young scholars, we rely on arguments, evidence, and data to support our points. But as young fidgeted scholar adults, we also quarrel about the long devotions that our principal, Mr. Smith, was having. The sun was usually very hot, and we had to be up front listening as speaker after speaker after speaker took their time to lecture and admonish us. We had to bear it because it was a necessary part of our high school education.
Grade 10 was the time when we thought pressure would bust pipe. Pressure started with our vice principal, Mrs. Carmelita Gray White, who started preparing us for the impending exams. Our teachers started to hand out assignments and topics. We then knew what it meant to burn the midnight oil and to get up at the crow of dawn. As if all of this was not enough, our form teachers were constantly at us, preaching, lecturing, and admonishing. Many of us decided that teaching would not be an option or career choice for us. It was too hard, man. Pressure also came from our food and nutrition classes. Frequent conferences among ourselves, discussing and researching about what to prepare next, kinds of recipes to use, how the food would taste, how to go about garnishing, and then after struggling with all of that load, only to hear Miss Lewis or Miss Harvey telling us, all you think about is una belly, nothing else. So we asked ourselves, what else should we be thinking of in food and nutrition class? Coffee sings, can't ball in a life, man. But I know some of us has shed some real tears, especially during Miss Waugh's math sessions. Yeah, Miss Smith's chemistry sessions and the ITSBA meetups when we felt like we could not manage anymore. This journey called high school has been rough. Some cried, others laughed through it, fought through it, or maybe like Tony and Kimisha, just dirt bunks and stir fry through it. We all had our ways of coping through grade 11. We had times when we questioned ourselves, especially those moments when we could just not understand algorithms, calculate the moles, finish the labs, and solve quadratic equations. We have learned invaluable lessons how to solve for x when we were not even sure what x is, or how to write essays the night before they are due, or even how to survive on minimal sleep during exam season. We fondly remember Miss Wall's nightly classes where we would at times fall asleep. Wanna remember? She would then be heard retorting, I must be talking to myself. Seems like everyone is sleeping. Sometimes in class, she would say, young people, shut up, you chat too much. Then there was this time we had to become contemporary masons. We had to measure an area of the school in groups and calculate how many tiles and other suitable materials we would need to tile the whole area. Then we had to report back to our contractor, Miss Wall. Another time, she had us all on the court, standing on a tape, rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise at 90, 180, 270, or 360 degrees for us just to understand the topics of rotation and bearing. Then there was our decisive and assertive vice principal, Mrs. Carmelita Gray White, who would never miss an opportunity to lecture us by saying, you guys should have ambition. She also ensured that we never lacked past papers, especially math paper ones.
Although the journey was hard, we had good people, good teachers, good friends, and good family members along the way who helped kept us focused. Mrs. White was the one who had us give up our break time so we could practice mathematics paper 1 questions. There were this time when we just couldn't understand the mathematics concepts, and Mrs. White and Miss Waugh had all of us whipped for failing to pass the exam. It was a journey marked by endless assignments, countless late nights, and yes, unimaginable sleepless nights. Yet we are here, having emerged stronger and wiser, ready to take on the world. As the Jamaican proverb would say, if you want good, you know it's half your own.
want to thank all our teachers, Miss Waugh and Miss Waugh and Mrs. Chin Howell, who never missed a class, except only in the case of an emergency. Mrs. Dixon, who sacrificed her free time to help us with our IT SBA. Miss Smith, also known as Miss Kem, Miss Lewis and Miss Harvey, who not only pushed us to excel in food and nutrition, but also pushed us to do well in the 4-H club, along with their able assistant, Mr. Thompson. Mrs. Graham Thomas, who would always be the teacher to offer a word of prayer before commencing her classes. From her, we learnt by heart 1 Thessalonians 5 verse 70, pray without ceasing. Mrs. Gonzel Pinnock and Miss Davis, who made principles of business a subject everyone wanted to stay in, as this was the only class that all 11C students were a part of. Mr. Blight and our building teacher, Mr. Thompson. They do not always have an easy time with their students, who are often incredibly loud, who don't focus well and for long stretches of time, and students who have absolutely no clue what the class is about.
The fact that all of us here today, graduating from high school, despite the deficits, demonstrate that we have listened to our teachers. Now, graduates, please give yourself a round of applause for making it thus far. Thank you. To our teachers and mentors, thank you for believing in us even when we struggle to believe in ourselves. And for that, we're for believing in us even when we struggle to believe in ourselves. Thank you for your unwavering dedication and for pushing us beyond our limits. You have just not been our educators, but mentors, guiding us with patience and wisdom and preparing us for the challenges ahead. You saw potential in us even when we doubt ourselves, and for that we're eternally grateful. I think that deserves a big round of applause. Could I forget to thank Google, Wikipedia, Siri, Microsoft, and all the software applications that made our life easier during this time. Give it up for the technologies that help us and prevent some of us from getting in serious trouble for not completing assignments. To our parents and families, thank you for your unwavering love and support. You have been our backbone, cheering us from the sidelines, celebrating our victories, and comforting us in our defeats. Your sacrifice have not gone unnoticed, and today is as much your achievement as it is ours. Ladies and gentlemen, please applaud the outstanding and selfless sacrifice of your parents, guardians, and loved ones.
And to my fellow graduates, remember that today is not just about saying goodbye. In fact, we cannot say goodbye when each of us has a role to play in seeing our institution rising higher and higher. Today is about celebrating how far we have come and the incredible journey that lies ahead. When you leave the friendly confines of the Claude Mckay High School, never be discouraged, never hold back, and please remember to give everything you've got. Finally, when you have those moments when you fall or fail throughout life, learn from your experiences and remember that you come from a school high over the hills of Clarendon, Claude Mckay High School, a rising star. We see her rising, rising, rising. And with her, one day, we too will reach the skies. So, let us spread our wings and soar into the future, reaching new heights and making our aspirations a reality. Congratulations, class of 2024. Et Dios te bendiga y gracias.
God bless you. Thank you.
Wilson, Principal of Claude Mckay High School, 1998 through to 2014. With unwavering dedication and visionary leadership, Mrs. Wilson shaped the spirit of Claude Mckay High School. Her passion, determination, and creativity inspired those who crossed her path. As a disciplinarian, she balanced firm guidance with understanding, instilling values of respect and responsibility in every student. Mrs. Wilson's innovative spirit sparked new ideas and initiatives, enriching the educational experience for generations. She was a creative force. She was the creative force behind the school song, See Her Rising, a symbol of unity and pride for our community. She exemplifies the motto, participation, perseverance for production, encouraging excellence in endeavors. In recognition of her profound impact and lasting legacy, Claude Mckay High School presents to Mrs. Glenore Wilson, a leader who embodies the essence of dedication, innovation, and compassion. Mrs. Wilson, we laud you.
To 2010. We hail you as an ardent worker, purpose-driven visionary, and disciplinarian. Your passion, resourcefulness, and creativity have left an indelible mark on our hearts and minds. Your unwavering dedication and tireless efforts have inspired us all to strive for excellence with heartfelt gratitude. We celebrate your exceptional contributions and enduring legacy. Thank you, Mrs. Anarchy Barrett, for everything.
So Gabrielle Dean for chemistry as well as biology. Give her a round of applause.
For building technology, Stephen Gordon and Jabard Shaw.
Michaela Robinson, Agriculture Science. speak communication skills.
Monique Brooks, Communication Studies.
Grade 13. Give her a round of applause.
Rihanna Page, Cosmetology and Family and Resource Management. Go Riri.
Chris Ingram, Data Operations.
Kimisha Barrett, English Language, City and Guild.
I'm that star up in the sky, from that mountain peak up high, they made it.
As well as food preparation. Give her a round of applause. Electrical installation, Takira Grant and Akil Granston.
I am a giant, I am a eagle, I am a lion, down in the jungle. I am a marching band, I am the people, I am a heaven hand, I am a hero. If anybody asks you who I am, just stand up tall, look them in the face and say,
Serena Thompson, Entrepreneurship and Environmental Science.
Grade 13.
When my back's up against the ropes, I can feel it. The world's greatest. I will reign.
Donovan Brown, Geography and Theatre Arts.
Brandon Ferron, History.
Peter Gale, Home Management and Housekeeping.
Devonay Anderson, Human and Social Biology. Okay, it will be collected by her father.
Let's give Daddy a round of applause. Thank you, Daddy, for being here.
Brittany Constable, Integrated Science.
Oh, even in the midst of doubt, life is worth living.
Teron Virgo, Management of Business.
People make mistakes, doesn't mean you have.
Another grade 13.
Life is worth living.
Romario James for City and Guild Math.
Relationship on a steep slope. Avalanche coming down slow. Do we have enough time to salvage this love? Feels like a blizzard in April. Cause my heart is just that cold. Skating on thin ice, but it's strong enough to hold us up. Seen us screaming hollow.
Mechanical Engineer Technology, Omarion Jackson. Alania Roberts is not here, but she would have received awards for Mechanical Engineer and Technology, as well as Physical Education and Sports, along with Religious Education. Give her a round of applause in her absence. Kevin Benjamin, Principles of Business. Sasha Gay White, Spanish. Troy Chambers, Technical Drawing.
Now I'm standing here, my heart's so full, I can't explain. Seeking faith and speak.
Textile clothing and fashion goes to Brandon Ferron and Stephen Gordon.
Let's hear it for fashion moguls. Brandon Ferron, Stephen Gordon.
Shamara Shand, Theatre Arts. Give it up for Shamara. Jodian Witter, Customer Service. Doc Prep and Economics, Office Admin, POA, and Social Studies.
Alright, at this time, I'm going to ask Jadine Stewart to make her way on stage. So Jadine will receive awards for Agriculture Science, CXC English Language, English A, Information Technology, Mathematics, Principles of Business, English Language, City and Guild, Food and Nutrition, and Health. Thank you, Jadine, for all that hard work. Okay, so at this time, I'm going to temporarily hand over to Miss Melissa Troz. She is a Clarendon Parish Manager, and she will be making some presentations along with Miss Lewis to the 4-H students.
Good afternoon, everyone.
So today we are highlighting our 4-H clubites who did exceptionally well at the parish level and the national level. Devonay Anderson. I think her father collected a while ago. Could he come back? He's still here? All right, so Devonay would have represented the parish in poultry care and management. That was in grade 10, and she did an exceptional job then. So we are calling Denisia McCurdy. So Denisia represented the parish in cake making twice, and she placed second on both occasions. Jadine Stewart. So Jadine has been representing from grade 7. She represented in sandwich making. In grade 10, she did freezing of vegetables, and in grade 11, she did Girl of the Year. Then we have Starla Grant. All right, so Starla is a national champion. So she would have represented the parish, and she placed first at parish, first at regional, but then at the national level, she placed second. All right, so Devonay's dad is here to collect. And then we have Sandrana Harrison. All right, so Sandrana is a champion because she placed first at the national level. So in all the schools in Jamaica, she was a first place winner. So we want to thank all the clubites who would have represented us well. You did a great job. Let's put our hands together for the 4-H Club, one of the very vibrant clubs to join. At this time, I'm going to ask Mr. Smith to make these following presentations. The Dr. Joan Savika James Award goes to the top science student for the academic year 2022 to 2023, and of course that goes to Tonian Wright. So we invited Tonian back. This award is to incentivize excellence in science performance at the CXC examination at Claude Mckay High School. It consists of a personal engraved trophy for the awardee, Miss Tonian, a school trophy to be engraved each year with the name of that year's winner, and a cash prize of $500 US. The awardee will be determined based on overall performance at the CXC level with specific reference in the area of sciences. The adjudicators will include the head of the department, the principal, in consultation with Dr. Joan James. In 1983, Dr. Joan Savika James became the first CXC biology teacher at Claude Mckay Secondary School, now the Claude Mckay High School. She went on to teach at various high schools in Jamaica then to Vidmico Teachers College, and finally to the University of the West Indies. Her PhD thesis is an evaluation of the implementation of aspects of the revised Jamaican primary science curriculum and enactment of professional development. She is a passionate proponent of science education in the earliest development of the child and does voluntary services in assisting teachers to develop their science teaching skill as a part of their on-job training. It is the fervent hope of Dr. James that this award will motivate students at the Claude Mckay High School to aspire towards excellence in the field of science. The winner of the Dr. Joan Savika James Award for Excellence in CXC Performance in Sciences is Tonian Wright. Let's give her another round of applause. Thank you, Tonian. The Dr. Ryan Dale Trophy and Scholarship, and he is a past head boy 2005 for the most outstanding student goes to, can you guess? All right, Miss Jadine, come back again. At this time, I will invite Keshalia Williams to make 2 presentations. Can I stand here?
Good afternoon, everyone. Last year, Menon and I were awarded by the head girl and student council president before us, and we thought it fit to do the same. Today, I stand here to award the head girl and student council president of the class of 2024 for their hard work and dedication to their class. Please make them feel welcome and give them a round of applause.
Purchase your tracks today.
So this presentation is being made by our former head girl, Menon Ross, to our present outgoing head girl, Jadine Stewart. And for leadership as student council president, from the former president to the outgoing president. And students, graduates, I hope you're taking note and looking at the different categories that you too can give back to your school, right? All right, at this time, I will invite Dr. Okuri to make her presentation. Let's give a round of applause, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, she's my cousin. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, special guest, graduating class of 2024, you did it. My name is Dr. Natoya Hall Corey, and I'm president of the Oswald and Lucille Chambers Foundation. And we're here to give the Oswald and Lucille
Chambers Award to that special student who would have persevered despite economical or financial challenges. That's very important to us because that's the foundation of all of us. My grandmother, who I'm very close to, is Lucille Chambers, and she was a janitor years ago, right? She's late. So she had 10 kids, and out of this school, she was able to take care of her 10 children. There significant economical challenges were very close. She told me all the stories. The foundation of her is heights of great men reaching capped were not attained by sudden flight, but they, while their companions slept, were toiling through the night. Can't forget it, right? Here, my grandmother would walk with a bucket. I gave the story all the time, and she would collect all the kids' leftovers. She'll take it home for her dogs, and she would boil this pot of water, and she'll take out anything that was edible, and she will redo it and feed her children. Okay, so every time I hear the story, I get emotional. Out of that came us, and we initially had to struggle because we weren't born into wealth. Out of that came me and lots of other family members, and even Brittany, she's graduating today. I'm a medical doctor. I have an MBA in health management. I have a doctorate in emergency medicine. I don't know what else is there that I can get, because my grandmother always says, keep improving. It's not about perfectionism. Keep improving. And so it's very important. Every year around this time, I put aside everything. I work at University of the West Indies, and I find myself here, and I'm super, super impressed with what I see. And I didn't grow up here, but everybody knows me wherever I go in the Caribbean at work. I'm from James Hill. Everybody knows I'm very proud because the foundation is very, very important. This year, we chose Georgina Messam. We would have heard about her. You know, when I saw her name, I don't know her, but my grandmother is actually Lucille Messam Chambers. And so in the end, I'm going to speak to Mrs. Chin Howell to get, I don't know if we're related in any way. Heard she needs help, and we're very, very much interested. It's $50,000, and I plan on continuing with her in the best way we can. I'm also congratulating Brittany, also challenge. We all know, we have challenges. I want to encourage everybody. You're dished with lemon, you make lemonade. You start from where you are and you grow and you push. Today you may be here, but if you keep going, you never know. So for Georgina, I'm not sure she's here. I don't see her, but is there anybody here? Right. So, sorry, we're gonna invite Zarik Sinclair. He's the relative, and he will collect on her behalf. To finish, so my husband, we have a private practice in Chapelton Lighthouse. Dr. Corey, I'm not sure who knows him. Every year we give assistance through the office as well. Want to announce for this year, July 1 to August 30, so how many days in August? Every day, the first 5, Claude Mckay, child with a medical, will be free. So come early and take advantage of the opportunity. Thank you so much. Thank you. Let's give a round of applause, guys. When people think we deserve it, you have worked hard, they've dipped into their pockets, we must be appreciative, right? She didn't have to, none of the sponsors had to, but out of the gratitude of their heart for your work, for the community, for loyalty, they're doing all of that. So one more round of applause for all our sponsors and for the hard work done. All right, at this time, we have some more cash bursaries. And look here, please don't hold them up. No money, not in there. Okay? Don't rob them. Instructions. Once you get this, when you come and collect your CXC results, you have to take back the card in order to sign for the cash. Clear? Okay. So we begin. I will call this group of students and you will come up. And the following the following sponsors are as follows. Mrs. Blossom Campbell Atkinson, Mr. Calvin Carty, class of 2006, Mrs. Samantha Hewitt Ingram, class of 2012, and Mrs. Rosetta Stanbury, class of 1997. All these persons gave money, and the following are recipients of cash bursaries: Devonay Anderson, Donovan Brown, Annalise Dakers, Saskia Davison, Gabrielle Dean, Takira Grant,
Orain Parkinson, Alania Roberts, Caswell Simit, Jadine Stewart, Jodian Witter, and Sasha Gay White.
Let's give them a round of applause. So you can just stand where you are. Just stand where you are. Oh, we want a picture, so you're coming up. So we're calling the names one more time, and you make your way to the front. Devonay Anderson, represented by her father. Donovan Brown.